my favorite crafters, and welcome back to the Crafty Diamond. I am Debbie. Today I am going to have my weekly WIP and chat, and if you're not familiar with that, that is a work in progress. I am going to be working on my diamond painting. This is from Crafty, which sadly is no longer in business, but this is the Four Crows of the Apocalypse, and it is by Cheryl Baker. Has 60 colors. It is mostly dark browns and greens and some rust. And I am working right now on the scarecrow. I actually have the bottom of the scarecrow done. When I am finished with this today, I will flip it over and show you guys what I've done. You can't really see much, although you can see his feet now, but I am almost halfway done. When I finish this row, hopefully this week, I'll be halfway done with this one. And it has taken me a hot minute because we are moving and I just have not had time to diamond paint. So I've gotten really behind on what I wanted to get accomplished, but it's okay because I will have time once we get moved and settled and get everything unboxed. Of course, that's going to take me a while too, but I think that I have everything under control. I really miss diamond painting, and I only got to one video, well, two videos last week. I did one on Tuesday and I did one on Thursday. Just was not able to get to my Saturday. And I tried, and we were just so busy, and then I was just absolutely exhausted. And then I thought yesterday was Sunday, and I thought, well, okay, I will just go ahead on Sunday and do a video and just release that on Sunday since I missed Saturday. And honestly, I was just so tired yesterday that I thought if I do a video, it is not going to be the greatest quality. And I am not going to put out videos just to have a video out. So I didn't do it. And I do apologize for that. But I'll tell you, it was a week. And we were all so tired yesterday that just decided I'm just going to get some work done and with my job, and then I'm going to diamond paint a little bit. And I was able to diamond paint for a couple of hours yesterday, and so that was very nice and just very satisfying. It also helped relieve some tension that I've had just due to this move and some things going on at work, and it's just been crazy. So anyway, I do want to welcome everybody. If you are new, I appreciate you finding my channel and taking the time to check me out. Hope that you do enjoy the video. And with my WIP and chats, you can treat those like you would a podcast, or if you would like to diamond paint alongside with me, or work on a different craft, or, you know, just listen if you would like. Whatever you would like to do, it is perfectly fine with me. I just like to chat for about an hour. I'm not sure. I always say I'm not sure if I'm going to make the hour, and somehow I always go past the hour very quickly. So it just really depends. So I can't really say the exact time, but you will know that by looking at the thumbnail before I do. So hopefully it will be a nice long chat for us. And I am using my, what's called a credenza. It's actually just a tray tower. And I absolutely love this credenza. And I can just pull the colors out. And I have it in the way that I like to diamond paint, which is by alpha and then by numeric, and then I have symbols. So that's how I have my credenza set up. And these trays all come with their credenza. So I don't really have any trays, any specialty trays to show you today. I am using WE Wax from Anxiety Art Adventures for my single placer. Normally I use glue dots. I like to change it up every now and then, and thought, well, I have some fall scents from last year from WIP, and thought I want to go ahead and use that. And so it is working very well. And for my multi-placer, I am using Joy's Putty today. And it is in the scent of cucumber. I don't even really like cucumbers, to be honest, but I like the smell of a cucumber scent, which is kind of weird, I guess. But I really like this putty. It does very, very, or sorry, it is putty. I really like the putty from Joy's because it works very well with special drills. And this one has a few special drills. It has some rhinestones in it as well. And these are working great with the rhinestones. And they've turned out really well the way that this is placed. I am not adding anything extra in this diamond painting. I'm just going with how it is charted. And I am enjoying it. I'm not in any hurry, but I would have liked to have gotten this finished by the end of September because I am ready to start on some fall kits, but I am trying not to start on anything else until I finish just one. I just need one that I'm working on to be finished. And it's not going to be this one because I just don't see me getting this finished next week. And it is not going to be my other one. That's my primary I'm working on. And that one is Dragon Seasons. I am hoping to get the fall season of that one completed by the end of October. And then I'll go ahead and start on winter. I said I was going to do October, November, or I guess I said September, October for fall. And I'm about halfway, I guess, finished with fall. So that will definitely be good. And I may, if I get it finished early, I may just go ahead and start on winter on that one. So I'm going to go ahead and get that one finished and out of the way so I can start on something else because I have several that I want to work on. I'm trying not to have so many WIPs out. And I keep saying that, I'm not going to do it, not going to do it. And then I really, really want to. I may go ahead and kit something up just, so I am ready when I do finally get something finished. But how are you guys? Let me know how you are doing. What are your plans? It's still a little early for October, but I know a lot of you like to plan super early. So what are your plans for October? There are so many events going on. I am trying not to participate in events. I'm doing like unofficial events this year, and I'm only doing a few if what I want to work on actually works into the event. I'm not going to stop and start a new canvas just for an event, but I was working on, or still am working on, my fall section for Drills and Chills. And I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and I will continue working on my Dragon Seasons. And that one is from Enabler's Outpost. And I thought, I'll just go ahead and get that done. That will be my unofficial for Drills and Chills. I don't do it for prizes. And there are so many that I've heard that are participating in Drills and Chills that if you're doing it for a prize, it's a major competition, it sounds like. And I like to leave the prizes for other people because I am fortunate where if I want to buy something, I can. And I know that a lot of you can too, but you like to participate. And, I don't blame you. But I thought since I have my channel, I just feel like I don't want to, I'll believe that for everybody else. But I know it's fun to participate in events, especially, for just the thrill of participating, and then also potentially the thrill of your name being called out. That's always fun too. I always get excited when I'm hosting an event and I get to call out names for prizes. I think I'm more excited than some of the ones that win. So I was thinking of next year on events. And this year I participated in, or I hosted 2 events. And that was the JWall event. And also I hosted the mini paint gym event. I did that one back in February. And I was wondering if anyone would like me to do that one again. That one was very popular. I do need to get with Paint Gym, make sure that they're still okay with it. I want to go ahead and get that one on the books for next year. I'm thinking if I do that one for 2025, that I'm going to do that in January instead of February. I'm thinking that might even be better because it's after the holidays. It's something small. Great way to start out a new year. So that might be a thought. And it's just going to be for 1 month. I don't do for that one, I only do 1 month. And then also I will be hosting the JWall and for the 3rd year. And that's going to be in April and May. And I was thinking, and I want to ask this also in the JWall group in Facebook. Would you rather have the JWall, even though JWall is a huge, all the JWalls are huge paintings, Josephine walls, but I don't require a finish, just, progress. It is for fun. I don't have any, major requirements or anything like that, other than it has to be a Josephine wall, and it has to be licensed. But I'm wondering if instead of having that for 2 months, just having it for a month, or maybe just, 5 weeks, 1 week over into May, if that would be better, because it seems like the 2nd month, which would of course be May, that the event starts to taper off. It is really high, just real high excitement in April, but then in May, it's like it drops off. And I don't know if it's because that, people get tired of working on it, because those can drain you because of the high confetti and the high number of colors potentially. So let me know your thoughts on that one if you plan on participating, or if you have participated in the past, if you would like to have it just for 1 month. I'm really noodling over that one, trying to decide if that's what I want to do. I also have another host this year, and we started the event together 2 years ago, and that is Kimba's Crafts. So Kim is going to be a host with me this year, and I do wish Angie all the best. Here it is going to be Kim and myself, and I'm really excited about that. Kim and I we've known each other for a few years now because of diamond painting. We started our channels about the same time. I think she may have started just a couple weeks before me. And we also were roomies at the Great Lakes Retreat this year. And so that was a lot of fun getting to know her. We also rented a car, and we had Rhonda. And I'll put both of their channels on underneath the description. And Rhonda, Dip in Time, also shared a car with us. And so that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. I love our community here and how we can get to know other people, and either, even if it's not always in person, just getting to know people, just over the internet based on a hobby, I think is just the most amazing thing. And that's one of the reasons why I decided on my channel is I thought, well, we could have, really nice camaraderie, and that's why I do events too. I don't do events for anything else, but I think events are a lot of fun. I know that a lot of you enjoyed the events, and we have, you know, no drama, and so I really like that. But let me know what your thoughts are about the event. My dog just hit my light pad, the cord, it's dangling. And I did not mention, I am using a pen from Abler's Outpost. I have packed all my other pens, so you've seen this one now for about 3 weeks. I obviously love it because I'm using it so much. And hopefully this is not going to be too boring for you if any of you watch me diamond paint, because it is a lot of blacks and a lot of grays that I'm working on this section. And I didn't mention this is a round kit. I'm working right in the center, so I'm hoping that my head's not showing. I'm trying to be really, really careful. I don't know what else is going on events-wise in October. I honestly have not looked, but I know October's always crazy with events, and really now it seems like all months are. I may participate in jingle drills. I've done that for the past, I don't know how many years, 3 years, I guess, and enjoy that. But it just, again, it depends if what I'm going to be working on. I do plan on doing some Christmas canvases, but I'll tell you guys, the struggle is absolutely, it is really, really hard for me to not work on multiple kits. I do have multiples right now, but they're not like they were last year. I'm trying. I am really, really trying to not go down that rabbit hole, but I could easily kit up a couple more, add those to my rotation. But then it seems I never get anything finished doing it that way. And then I have all of these kits out and trying to decide, what am I going to work on? You know, it's a struggle. So I think, you know, I'm just hoping I can get something done so I can start on something else. I'm not even sure which one I want to work on next. I have a couple of diamond paintings that are coming from Art and Soul that I want to work on. One is a fall painting, and so I'm definitely wanting to work on that one. It would even work for November. So I don't know if that's the one. It just depends on when it comes in and if I'm ready to start on something else. This one, I thought this wouldn't take me very long. And it is quite a bit of confetti in here, which is where you're changing colors quite a bit. And it does have some color blocking, some line blocking, but it still has a lot of confetti. And so it makes it a little difficult, takes a little bit longer to do, honestly, even though I do multi-place. I don't always multi-place when I am on camera. I don't know why, but I don't. But I really would like to get this one done. Even more so, I would love to get my dragon season done, and that one is going to free up for me to start on another larger project. But I may wait on the larger project, do some smaller ones for a while until I can get my cross-stitch conversion done. And I really want to get back to that one as well. And yesterday, I was trying to decide what I want to work on. I just want to diamond paint, and I had a strong itch to work on my cross stitch conversion, and I thought that would be perfect. I will work on that for a couple of hours, see how far I can get with it, and then from there, then I'll work on this one some today. Went into my craft room, which really doesn't have much of anything in it anymore because the fact that everything is boxed up. It's over at the other house, ready to be unboxed. And I get my canvas out, get it ready, get Pattern Keeper ready, and then I sit down and I'm like, oh no, I did not. And yes, I did. My drills for my canvas are at the other house. So I was kind of bummed because I was just in the mood to work on that project, and that doesn't happen all the time on that project. So I thought, oh well, I'll have to do something else. And I did some on my Dragon Seasons, and then I actually got almost a row done on this one. So hopefully this one will pick up. I think it will. And then once we move, that is going to be helpful. I can unbox my craft room slowly if I want to. So I'll probably diamond paint. When I get tired of diamond painting, I will unbox. Or I may just take a box a day and get that done in the evenings for my crafts. And I do a lot of other, well, I don't do a lot of other crafts. That's not true. I have a lot of other craft supplies for card making and memory keeping. And I did clean a lot of that out, got rid of quite a bit, but I still have boxes and boxes of my crafts. And so that is something that I will just work on slowly. I want to get my diamond painting supplies first. And I do have all my boxes labeled. So I want to get those out first, get those put up, and then I can slowly get my cards out. But I am behind on card making for church, so I've got to get that done. I know they're probably in dire need of some cards, but I just have not had time to do that. I went to Hobby Lobby the other day, and it was so weird to me because it was like different Halloween merchandise, different things that you can, make, pumpkins and all kinds of things, Halloween wreaths, fall wreaths. And then on the other side, directly across from it was Christmas. And I thought, this is really weird. And I don't know if I would put Christmas and Halloween right together if, I was marketing, but I am not in marketing. I've only taken one marketing class, and I worked in retail, but that was a long time ago, and that was as a cashier, but that was, about it. So anyway, I just thought it was kind of weird to have Halloween on one side, and then you had Christmas, but I guess it was like your one-stop shop there. And then I did have to go to Walmart, which is not one of my favorite places to go around here anyway. And I went to Walmart and was just looking around for some new things for our bathroom for our new house. And then also needed to get some mats, some outdoor mats that I needed for the back door. And I thought, well, I'm just going to look and see if they have any kind of diamond paintings here. And so went and looked. They had diamond dots, and they had several of the fall that were already on clearance, which I thought was really weird. And I found out they were on clearance because they're about to bring in Christmas. So we haven't even really had fall yet, and they're already putting fall items on clearance. I did get a very small painting for the fall, and it was on clearance for like $3. So I got that one, and honestly, I don't know if it's a square or round. I have no idea, because I just saw it, I liked it, and I thought this will be perfect because I want some smaller paintings instead of just working on all large for the rest of the year. So I did get that one. I have never completed a diamond dots. I know, that's hard to believe, but I have not done diamond dots before. And I have heard a lot about diamond dots, and I have seen them. I have seen people working on diamond dots. When I was at Scrapbook Expo, they had a huge booth at Expo selling diamond dots, and I looked at a few. I didn't buy anything. I did look at a few of them, and I've heard on diamond dots that their drills are a little bit smaller than your typical drills. I don't know if that's true or not. I also have heard that the DMC numbers of their drills are not the same as regular DMC numbers, and that there is a conversion chart, which I do have. So if I do this and I like the drills and I save them, at least I will know where they go. So I'm excited about that one. I don't know if I'm going to get to it this year or not, but I would like to, just to have some finishes and make me feel a little better, because I keep doing all these large ones. I'm like, you don't have a finish. What is your problem, Debbie? You should have at least a finish a month. But sometimes it just doesn't happen. And I decided I'm not going to do a video just to have a video out there. So last year, and I will honestly tell you guys, I was guilty about this, is that I would do a lot of kitting ups because I didn't know what else to do for a video, and I was determined I was going to do 4 videos a week no matter what. And sometimes it worked out for that week, sometimes it didn't. And then I was doing a lot of kitting up because I didn't have anything else to do. And so this year I decided early on that I wasn't going to do that. If I have a finish, great. If I don't have a finish, that's good too. I can show you my work in progress. And so I think that has worked out very well. And I have a small channel, but it's growing. And so I'm happy with the progress. I'm getting closer to my 3-year anniversary on YouTube, which is really hard to believe. That's going to be in March. So that's going to be exciting. There is a lot of 310 in this. I have 5 bags of 310. I like to do the 310s first. I don't know why. And this is some outlining, but whenever I do like Hannah Lynn's or Mandy Manzano's, I always do the 310 first because it's highlighting. And so I guess that's why I always do 310 when I see it like this. And so I'm sure if you're looking, this is rather boring to sit here and watch me do 310s, but if it's not 310, it's going to be another color. This one is going to have some green in it, thank goodness, on this section, because all the other sections, it's like, oh, I'm getting a little tired of the browns and the blacks. But I need to, or I want to get this done. I've had this for a while too. It will be really nice to get some of my older ones done. Although I kind of hate to do that with Craftily because once I complete all of them, unfortunately, since they've closed, can't buy anymore, so that's sad. let's see. Both of my kids are doing very well. Madison is really thriving in nursing school. I am so proud of her. And it's not just because, you know, she's my kid, although of course, even if she wasn't doing well, I'd still be extremely proud of her, obviously. But I could not be more proud of her because she has anxiety when it comes to testing. And I've asked her if I could discuss this on my channel. I don't just discuss things willy-nilly about my kids. I do ask, you know, is it okay? And then things I know that she's not gonna be comfortable with, I'm gonna ask her. I don't talk about it. So anyway, I asked her and she said, yes, of course, you know, it's fine, it's no big deal. But she's always had anxiety when it comes to testing. And I don't think it's just testing. I think it's school overall. Just the fact that, you know, you're being monitored and people are watching you, and even homework and things. And I was the same way, but she has worked her tail off in nursing school already. And I mean, they start on day one and they do not let up. She calls me almost every day or every other day and tells me, you know, what they did in school and how much that she's been studying and the grades that she's making. And if you make less than an 85 on something, you basically failed. I think she said that 85 is a D and not a B. This is a D as in dog. So I think that is just crazy to me. And they have testing a lot. And, you know, I can see why, because, you know, nurses, you don't want a nurse that doesn't know what they're doing and is going to screw up. But she is just learning so much. It sounds like she's actually enjoying school, and she has never enjoyed school since she got out of elementary. She loved elementary school, and then starting in the 6th grade, we started going downhill real quick when she got into middle school. But she is doing great. I think she is she's in the industry that she needs to be in. That's her passion. She's always wanted to go into medical, and she always shied against nursing because she was worried about giving shots or having to insert an IV. And so now she seems okay with it. She is not worried about it. She also didn't want to have to have to deal with any labs. She was afraid of that end, that she would, hurt somebody. And now it's like she has been doing that and it has not bothered her at all. And I think it's helped too that she is a certified nursing assistant. I think that also helped her, but she is learning so much, and she will graduate in May. So it's a year program, but it is a fast-paced program. And then if she likes it, she's going to continue and end up getting her RN, and then she wants to go for x-ray, for radiology. She's always wanted to do that, but just could not get in at this. There's one main school here that's close by, and it is hard to get into that program because so many people try to get in, and there's only like 20 people that they allow per year. And it's just really hard to get the requirements in before you can even apply. And then once you apply, you may or may not get in. But that's something that she can consider down the road. And Paige is doing very well. She's been packing up. She's already informed me that she hates packing. And yes, I agree with her. It's not like the most fun thing in the world. I don't mind packing so much, or, I mean, I don't really mind packing up. But then after a while, I just get so tired of it, and it's just so tiring. So I totally get it that she said, I would rather work. I think I'll go to see if I can get some extra days at work so I don't have to pack. I'm like, no, honey, it doesn't work that way. Even if you're working, you're still going to have to pack your own things. I'm not going to pack for you. But she's gotten all of her books packed, and she has a lot of books. We did go to a bookstore that is close to our new house on the way home on Saturday, and she'd already knew what she was looking for, and she works mainly so she can buy books. So I said, I told her, I'm going to go look around and come find me whenever you're done. So I was walking around, I saw her looking on a display, went over there, I'm like, how many books do you have? She had a stack of books that she was holding on to, and I said, why don't you go and get you a basket over there, the little, hand baskets, handheld baskets, and I said, why don't you get one of those? And I said, how many books do you have here? You realize this is going to cost you some money. I know, but these are the ones that I really want. I've been saving for them. And so I told her, it's your money if that's what you want to do. She ended up getting 7 books, and they were all paperbacks. So she did really well. It wasn't as high as I thought it was going to be. She also got a member discount. Now she has rewards with this place. And so she was really excited about that. And then we got in the car, and she's like, oh no. And I said, what's the matter? And she said, I just thought of something awful. She said, now I got to carry all these books back to the new house. And I said, yeah, that's why you shouldn't be buying anything right now. But so that's not too bad. And you can keep them in your book bag. She has this bag that she takes with her when we go to the bookstore. And I said, you can put them in there. It won't be so bad. And she wanted me to go back to the new house so we could drop her books off at her new library, as she's calling it. And so I told her, I'm not going back there, but we'll just keep them in the trunk of the car. And then when we go back over there next week, you'll have those already in the car. Well, she was going to do that, and she wanted to look at all of her books. And so she took them in the house, and she wanted to show me all the covers. Sometimes I think she buys a book just for the cover, and I used to. I'm guilty of that. I still do that sometimes. But the covers on mangas are really pretty. I don't like mangas, but she does. She loves that type of book. That's about all she'll read. And I tried it. I'm like, I can't get into this. I just don't understand. Madison and Paige both love mangas. I'm like, okay, that's, she tries to tell me something about it. I'm like, this just doesn't interest me. I'm sorry. And then she wanted me to read a book with her. Let's read a series together and talk about it. And I said, I just can't. I've tried it before, and I said, I'm sorry, but I just do not like these books. And when she was younger, we would read books together and then talk about it. But that was like Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys and, those kind of books. And I'm like, I can do this. And, mysteries and different types of other, young reader books, basically, or teen books. I'm like, okay, I can handle this, but I just cannot get into this other stuff. To me, it doesn't do much for me. But I ended up not getting a book. I was good because I have so many that I need to read. So I have a lot of books that's in my TBR or to be read file. So I need to get those done. I'm also listening to more books. I am listening to one of the In Death books by J.D. Robb. And I finished book 45, and so that was the next one that I was going to start on. It was in my library, so I went ahead listening to this book. I was about 3 to 4 hours in on this book. I started thinking, well, I don't know what they're talking about on this one section. And I don't remember when this happened, and how did this person all of a sudden, how did this happen? How did this person move? It wasn't even mentioned that they were moving. They always mention it. And so I thought, okay, that's kind of weird. And then I looked at the series and which one was next up, which of course would have been number 46. And no, what I am listening to is not number 46. It's like number 48, 49. So I got a little ahead of myself, but you know, they're standalones. They can be standalones. So I'm going to have to go back and now make sure that I get those others that I missed. But I love to listen to the in-depth. I think they're so good. I listen to those whenever I am diamond painting, which makes it go by really fast. I'm trying to see what color I want to do next. Might as well keep up with what I'm doing. Do some more darker ones. I was hoping I would have, I've got a couple of pinks in here, or reds I could do. I'll just go ahead and do this. The only thing about this credenza, I really do like these, the trays, but they don't line up sometimes as well as my other specialty trays. So I do have to shake them a little bit more and more often, but that's okay. And then when I'm done, does not have a spout on here, as you can see. Trying to show you guys. I don't want to bend move this too much because I know what's going to happen. I will spill them. But there's not a spout. So pouring these back in whenever I want to kit them down, it is kind of a pain. And I have more in here than I should on this tray, so it kind of bunches up at the end. But I am using this particular color a lot. And so I want to go ahead and put the entire bag in here. We did have a fun time at the bookstore. Paige can go in there and spend hours. So I'm glad we have a bookstore that's close to us. We also have a Bath and Body Works, which we both really enjoy. And she has about 15 bottles that she has, probably not that many, but probably about 10 bottles of body wash that she has all over her shower. It's a good thing that it's just her shower. But she has them all lined up, which I think is really funny, that they're just all perfectly lined up in her shower. And that's one of her autistic traits, is that she likes to have everything lined up. She always did her dolls that way, her Barbies, and now she does her Bath and Body Works bottles. And she even told me that when I went in her bathroom, was cleaning her bathroom the other day, because I want to make sure it was good and clean before our realtor came to look over the house and tell us how much she thinks that the house is worth. And so I went in there, I was just dying out laughing. And she said, I know, they're all lined up. She said, I tried not to have them lined up. And she said, I just couldn't do it. They had to be lined up. And so we both just started dying out laughing, because she had a friendly wager going with my husband, because he went in there and he was doing something to her drain. And he said, I have never seen so many bottles. And he said, and so much goop that is in, you know, one shower. He's like, I can't, he said, you have so many bottles in here. And he said, I don't see how you keep up with it. And she said, I keep it all in order and they're all lined up. And he said, I bet you couldn't just have these not lined up and have them just all over the place. And he said, I bet you couldn't do it. And she said, oh, I can. I just have them lined up just because they look nice. And so he started laughing, and just, he was, you know, cutting up with her, and he wasn't really teasing her. He was just, you know, cutting up with her, playing with her. And so she went in there and she messed all the bottles up, and it lasted like 10 minutes. And she was going back in there to brush her hair, and she's like, I can't do it. I just can't do it. So she went through and started putting them back in order. But it's going to be interesting whenever we move, because when she takes all of hers over there, it'll probably take her forever to get her bathroom set up, just because she likes everything in order. And then with me, mine's just, I only have 1 or 2 bottles in my bathroom, and she thinks that's just awful. She's like, you've bought several. Why don't you put them out there and use them? I'm like, well, you can only use 1 at a time. So I have maybe 2, so I can change up the scent in any one given day. But she goes through and she uses all of hers. It's in her order. And then she starts back all over again. Like, I don't need all of that. We don't have the space in our shower anyway, because the new shower, it's just a shower. It's not a shower tub combo. It's just a larger shower. So I'm going to have to get something, a shower caddy or something to put in there. So I'll have a place to put all of my goop, as Dave says. And he has just 2 bottles for him. And then I have all of my stuff. But it's just quite funny to go into her bathroom and then go into ours and see a big difference. I think that our animals are going to be okay with moving. Molly's not going to like the new yard, I don't think. She likes a big yard, and it's a small yard, very, very small yard. But it is fenced in, it's yard. I'm just going to have to take her walking more. And she loves that. So I think that that's going to be good. Also be good for me to start getting more exercise. And Paige, because we'll go together. We haven't been for walks in a long time because it's kind of busy over here. It's hard to, I don't want to walk in our area because of how busy it is. But over there they have walking trails, and so that will be really nice too. And our cat, I'll tell you, cats are so different. If you have ever owned a cat, or if you own a cat, you will totally get this. But our cat is 9, and she is a diva. She does not like people. And I don't think, sometimes I wonder if she really likes us, or, if she just tolerates us. But we had a realtor come in. We're using somebody different this time. And we met her for the first time last week, on Friday actually. And so when she came in, she started looking at the house. Salem comes out, starts sniffing of her. And Dave looked at me, I looked at him. And we both had this look on our face thinking, oh no, this could go very badly. So we didn't say anything. And then she bent down, put her hand down, which is, what you do for animals to see, if they want to sniff of you first, and then they'll allow you to pet them. So she didn't even ask us. She just bent down and started petting Salem. Salem started rubbing all against her leg, and she started purring, and I thought, you little traitor, what a traitor that you are. And my husband looked at our realtor, and he said, you must really be a fan of animals, and you must be a super nice person, because she doesn't like anybody, absolutely anybody. And she never lets strangers pet her. She doesn't even go up to a stranger. She will run and hide or go upstairs. She kind of wants to see, what they're like, but she won't get close to them. And she was all over this lady. And so the realtor started laughing. And she's like, oh, she's such a sweet cat. And I have 2 cats, and I know how cats are. And Salem followed her all over the house. And she even let this lady pick her up. I couldn't believe it. She was getting close to her, and so when she sat down, she was going over some numbers and things. Salem got in her lap and just curled up. And I'm like, what is up with my cat? Because she doesn't even do that with us. Maybe once every 6 months, she'll jump up there when I am stretched out in the living room watching TV. And she'll jump up there and she will sit in my lap for maybe 5-10 minutes tops, and that's it. And the same thing with my husband. But I mean, she jumped up in her lap and just curled up and got all nice and cozy. And so, of course, I did tell her, I said, you know, I am so sorry. I will take her and go lock her up upstairs. Go put her up upstairs so that, you know, she can stay upstairs with my daughter, and that way she's not bothering you. And she said, oh no, I just love this because my cats won't do this. And this is just a cuddly, sweet kitten. And I thought, lady, if you only knew that cuddly, sweet kitten, as you're calling her, she can be a demon at times. She can be, and she's not mean, I shouldn't say that, but she lets you know that she is the boss of the house. If she doesn't want us to do something, she will verbally let us know. I mean, she doesn't hiss or anything like that. I shouldn't say that. She's not horrible. We love her. But if she doesn't want you to bother her, she will make these whining noises, starts meowing really weird. And that just tells you, you better leave me alone or I'm going to get my claws out, my lethal claws. And I just couldn't believe she was all purring and wanted attention, all nice and lovey-dovey. And then I thought, well, maybe whenever she leaves, that maybe, and no, as soon as she left, Salem flew upstairs and she got underneath our bed and she went to sleep. So, thought that is just, it was just weird. And so my husband's like, well, maybe she can sell the house really fast because if Salem likes her, she's got to be okay. Like, you do have a point there, dude. You do have a point. All right, we're going with browns now. And on these blues that's over here, they're dark blue, but that's not all color blocking there. That's actually 2 different colors. And so I have to really watch on that section. As far as diamond painting goes, I cannot promise nor guarantee that there will be 3 videos this week. I'm hoping that I can have another video that I have been working on that is not quite ready. And that will be on Thursday, or I guess it could be on, it's either going to be on Thursday or Saturday. I would like to have it on Thursday. We do have the movers who are coming in to move our furniture on Saturday or Friday, and then we're coming back over to this house on Saturday to get my diamond paintings because those are not over there yet. And I will definitely, if I'm going to have a Saturday video, I'm going to have to record it here before Friday because we'll be taking my diamond painting table, my table that I can raise and lower. We're going to take that table over on Friday when we go with the movers. We're not going to have the movers do it. It's really heavy, but my husband wants to do it himself. So we're going to do that on Friday, so I won't have a table. And then I know on Friday afternoon, I'm not going to be able to do a video over there because we have internet coming on Friday. The company that we're going to be using, we have them set up for Friday afternoon. So hopefully there will not be a problem with the install when they come in, and we'll be able to get that done. And I think we have decided we're not going to go with cable there. We don't even really watch the cable that we have here. We're paying too much. So I think we're going to go with streaming and see how we like that. I think we're going to do that month to month. And we've looked at different streaming companies. I'm thinking we're going to go with Sling because you can also get local channels with them around here. And I do want the local channels just because I want to know what's happening, locally in our area. But even though I don't even really watch TV, but we're going to do that. So at least I should have internet back up and going on Friday afternoon. And that way I can get everything done for my videos for the following week. But I don't want to take that chance. In my room over there, my craft room, I did work on it all day on Saturday, and goodness, it is a small room. I'm used to a nice size room. Now, Paige's room that she is calling her, or our library, it is quite a bit larger. Well, not quite a bit. It's probably maybe, I don't know, 300-400 square feet more than my room. But the only thing with that is that my craft room would have been directly across from her bedroom. And I really did not want to do that. So I took the smaller of the rooms. I may have to end up putting some of my craft things in Paige's library because she'll only be in there to grab a book and then go back to her room. So I'm not sure how all of what my room's going to look like. I know my diamond paintings are going into Paige's library. That's going to be quite interesting. I don't know if they're going to go in the closet, or there's a wall that is a rather long wall. And so if we end up not putting Paige's desk over there, then I can use that for my diamond paintings. If not, they're going to go in the closet. And so I guess instead of using a random wheel picker that I know some people use whenever they can't decide on a diamond painting, I guess I'll just go into the closet. I'll just grab a diamond painting based on the size of the box, and then that's what I'll do. Unless there's some way that I can put it in some kind of order in the closet. I have thought about getting a bookshelf. My husband thinks it's going to stick out too far, but we'll see. He said he could build me something. I have a nice bookshelf here that he has built in the basement, but we cannot use that there because, for starters, you have to make big holes in the wall. Like, nope, we're not doing that, since we're only renting the place for a little while. So I don't know about my diamond paintings yet, but we wanted to do that this past weekend, and the weather was horrible. We had very high winds. It was sporadic raining on Friday, and then on Saturday it was hit or miss. And my husband said, well, I can take them over in the truck and I can put a tarp on them and they should be fine. And I'm like, no, I would rather them stay at the house here. We have plenty of time. We hadn't sold the house yet. I would rather go ahead and keep my diamond paintings safe because I don't want my diamond paintings to get wet. And not to mention that diamond paintings are expensive. And I like all the ones that I have in my stash are ones I really want to do. I went through and I did de-stash some, but I still have way too many, but I'm okay with that. All of my out of sight. All of the stickers are falling off. Every time I go in to use my credenza here, I'm having to push the stickers back down. I don't remember Craftably stickers doing that in the past. I don't know why it's doing it on this particular project. And I just hope that I do not run out of these colors, because if I do, I don't know if I have any of these darker colors in my extras. And I may have to order some. There's some that I'm getting really low on, and they're dark colors. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. That is a downside of working on a kit where the company is closed. And if you hear the moaning, that is my dog. When she lays down to take a nap, she acts like she's this really old lady, and that her laying down is just an effort. And she does this every time that she lays down in her bed. She gets all cozy, and then she starts making these weird noises. I've never heard of any other dogs do that except for collies. I don't know if I'm sure other dogs do, but I've never had any other dogs that will moan and groan like my collies do. My collie that I had before her, Gracie, she was notorious about moaning. She wanted to let us know when she was going to lay down, and I think that was a very nice way for her to tell us, it's time to shut up, I'm taking my nap, I don't want to be bothered. And that's kind of how Molly is. When it's her nap time, it's like, okay, I'm going to bed, I'm going to moan and groan, and then all will be well. I've gotten a lot done on this, surprisingly. Just, you guys are keeping me company, and I'm able to get this done, which is making me really happy, because I really want to get this one finished and see how it's going to look. I need to decide where I'm going to put my diamond paintings, my completed ones. I had them in our spare bedroom here. I don't want to put them in a portfolio because most of mine are so large, but I'm thinking about the ones that I do not plan on putting on my walls. I'm thinking about just getting poster board and putting those in there, so at least they're not bent up on the floor or rolled up and put into a container. So I think that might be the best way to go, is to do it that way. Let's see, all of these are falling off now. If these fall off, I'm in trouble because I'm not gonna know what's what. I need, let's see, which one I'm gonna work on now? Some of these symbols are kind of strange. Let's do one more, and then I will call it a day. Where is my upside down Y? I don't know where all of these are. There's not that many in here, that many colors. I mean, it is, as I mentioned earlier, 60 colors. And, you know, I work on canvases that are 250 colors. I know exactly where those are. But then when I coded this one, it's like, I forgot where all these are. And it takes me forever to find them, and I don't understand that. Maybe they're not in the kind of order they should be in. Some days our weather is really hot here still, and then other days it's chilly. But this morning when I took Molly out, it was windy and it's rather chilly. It was around 60, and I had to put on a sweatshirt, so I've worn it this morning, and now I'm starting to get hot, and it's probably gonna end up heating up to in the mid 80s. but at least it's not in the 90s and close to 100. So we are seeing that our weather is actually starting to cool down a little bit. It was very nice outside when we sat out last night. We love to sit outside, and so we did that last night, and it was so nice. I'm still working on my Disney stickers, and I don't think I will do a sticker project again. I mean, it was cute, it's fun, I've enjoyed it. I'm over it now. I still have several, around 30, that I need to finish diamond painting. I am short, I think, 12 stickers. And so I'm hoping that I get an order in from someone that actually is able to get entire packages. And so I've been buying from her on a monthly basis. And I just want to finish it. If I don't get it finished soon, I'm just going to call it good. And that is going to be that, to where whatever I don't have in my book, it just is what it is. It is taking much longer than I thought that it would, and as much time, honestly, that I have spent on this particular project, I could have easily completed a larger canvas. And it has been fun, but it's like, there's no use in this. What is the use? There's not one. There's not a use. I don't usually tend to do anything. I don't tend to do that type of a craft, but I think there is a use for diamond painting, even if I technically do not use them when I'm done. It's still a good mental break. Let's see. Okay, I've got these. I'm trying to get different colors, so I'm not doing all dark colors. Do you guys ever get tired of doing color and so you just stop working on a canvas because of it? I don't think that I'm gonna have a problem with this. I do see on the Last Supper that I'm going to finally get started on. I'm hoping once I finish my large one that I'm working on now, I can start on that one. And that one has so many neutral colors, but it's very pretty. I think it's gonna take me a long time, and I've gotten to where I'm okay with it now. It's just one of those things that I need to come to terms with, that I like doing more than one canvas. All right, does this go to this one? Yes. I have two different, these to me are more like, they're triangles. I have one going one way and one going the other. So I have to make sure that I'm doing the right one, obviously. And I just hit my light pad again. I keep hitting the light on my light pad. I was trying to finish this section with you guys, but it's not gonna happen because I still have all of this to go. We are over the hour mark, or we're getting very close to it. And I need to get to work because it is a work day. Took a couple of days off last week, but it's a work day now. So I need to get to work. I'm working from home today, which I'm excited about. I have to go to the grocery store, fun, and I need to finish getting bits and pieces that are remaining packed up. But for the most part, I think that we are going to be ready on Friday morning for our movers. Hope that you were able to get something done if you wanted to. And if you have not clicked on that like button and you like this video, please consider doing so. If you have not subscribed, I'd love for you to do so. I think that you would like it here. Also, if you liked this video, I will put in the description as well on the top of the eye, I will put the unboxing of my latest Dreamer designs. that I'm going to be working on for Christmas. You will see me kit that one up probably sometime in November, but it is a Nordic Christmas and I think that it's going to be gorgeous. Until next time, happy diamond painting. Bye.